What up, though?
What up?
What's up?
Welcome to another episode. I shoulda never gave y'all mics. It's been a long time.
It's been a few weeks.
Shoulda
Life
never
happens.
left you without a dope beat to step to.
Right.
Yeah. Yo, we still missing somebody. Dear brother Oomsey. Dear brother Oomsey.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Comes at you fast.
We need you. Brother Oomsey. If you're out there,
Wherever you at.
please come back. We need you, brother Oomsey.
Make sure we tell them who own the rights to this music either.
Oh, we don't own none of this shit.
We don't know that. Playing it though.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You like it?
Live music.
Yeah.
So, what we chatting about today, man?
So, y'all ever been in a situation where you in love, but they ain't in love? Or they in love, and you ain't in love? That's what we gonna talk about today.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Right after Valentine's Day.
Right after Valentine's. Oh yeah, because that's when it happens.
That's when it happens.
That's when you find out, yeah. Because you be done went all out for Valentine's Day, you be done spent like half your check, your rent gonna be late,
Everything.
you done mess around and you done spent half your light bill money.
I don't know if the ring gonna be late.
Never.
Hey, some people doing that.
Hey, there's some people doing it, yeah.
Oh.
But so I guess while we on topic, once you decided, man.
Who? Am I deciding the man?
For Valentine's Day. So
Oh.
you decide was you the man.
Oh, I'm the man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Man.
She said she was the man. I don't know. That's why we gotta be able to go ahead and discuss this topic. Because I don't even really know. That's all
Okay,
right.
so let me ask you this. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you figure out if you was deciding man.
Right.
Did y'all celebrate on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, and the day before.
And the day before?
But that don't mean you. That don't make you.
And the day before?
Okay, because Valentine's Day this year was Friday. I
Hey,
had to work
yes,
a little
it was.
bit, so I only got to celebrate half the
Hey,
day.
look,
so I rolled it over to Saturday.
I have an issue with that too, because
Oh.
depending upon where you work at, because I done been in situations where I work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Where
Okay,
on
but-
the 14th I might not be available
Okay,
Right.
to do what you want
but
to do. Yeah.
We both work. How about
Yeah.
that?
y'all both work.
Me and her both work.
Okay.
The first half
Yeah.
Okay.
of the 14th.
Okay, so this is how we finna answer this
Okay.
question if you was decided to make. Because if y'all intentionally
Did we intentionally work?
right.
Well, like you said, some of your jobs, Valentine's, they don't care about Valentine's Day.
No, I understand that. But don't your schedule alternate what days you off? So sometimes you might be off or
Right.
Yeah.
so that's why I was asking. So it might be a
Oh,
little
you saying
different.
like if we intentionally went into work? Nah, for me, it was already scheduled. For her,
Okay.
she Monday through Friday anyway, 8 to 5.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But should we have taken off?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
I mean, unless you got one of the jobs that's gonna pay you
No.
when you out.
Valentine's
Okay.
Day, no holiday.
No. I got leave. I got annual
Oh,
leave,
okay.
sick
Well, yeah,
leave.
yeah.
So if I call out,
Right.
I get paid
I
anyway.
ain't gonna use my sick leave for Valentine's Day. But
I mean, you
I guess
never
that's
know.
another topic.
Yeah.
That depends on how in love you are or not.
Right, I got you.
I've been so in love I have took off. But
it depends on what you doing with that.
true.
Like if y'all gonna go somewhere,
Right.
or
Just not
we
just
hanging
sit
around the city. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, my birthday is February 11th. So it
You did
usually
get a
rolls
birthday,
in. I did though. This year, it don't happen often, but this year I did. And so usually for me, if I'm with somebody, the last person I was with like that was my ex-fiance. His birthday is Valentine's Day. So we made it like a weekend thing anyway because our birthdays were so close together.
Valentine's.
So it kind of,
Yeah.
So we celebrated.
So I guess that brings us to our topic.
Right. So you was probably the man.
Thank you and
You're right.
thank you. Little relief. Thank y'all. I was the man.
Yeah. Sounds like you was main, especially if y'all rolled it into the next day. If you rolled it into the next day,
we worked
then
half Friday, so we rolled it on into Saturday. So I was the main. I qualified.
oh yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, that's a 2-day event. Right there. Sound, I mean, I'm gonna count that as 2 days.
So I'm counting as 2 days.
Oh yeah. Well, nah, it's 2 days. 2 calendar days.
So I guess that brings us to the topic. Am I in love and she in love, or is neither one of us in love?
We don't know.
How do you know?
Are you?
Right.
Okay, so you talking about you sound real hard. Okay, but we on you right now.
Oh no.
So because we on you right now.
Okay.
Okay. Are you in love?
I don't think so.
Okay. Is it a strong light?
It's a secure light.
It's a secure light. You said that like you know you gonna hit these free throws at the end of the game. We ain't talking about basketball.
I guess it's at the quarter stage. You know, people don't court no more. So
Okay.
Okay. So y'all still in the
I'll take
talking
that.
stage. Y'all not in a committed relationship.
Preliminary stages.
Okay.
And I guess that
I'll take
stage
that.
is different for everybody. So I guess
Right.
for me, 0 to 12 months is like still preliminary.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
depending on where you at with this person, you know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
And the conversation has been had.
Yeah.
We together, we not together.
Right,
Okay.
right. 0 to 12 months to me is preliminary.
I can see that.
Courting.
Now is that all focused on one person, or are there other people that's thrown into the mix as well?
I think
Or if
that,
that's too personal, just
but I think that goes back to setting boundaries though. Now for me and what I have going on now, we constantly try to reiterate boundaries, where we at, where we going, because we don't have like a title, and that's
Okay.
where we at, you get what I'm saying?
okay.
So I guess that do kind of intertwine with the topic, and you know, that'll come out in our discussion, because like at what point do you say, you know, we are exclusive or we're together? Because we're exclusive, but we don't have a title.
But we're not committed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
So let me ask you this: are you the type to like out front, like set like your expectations?
Yeah. So now I always wasn't like that, but you know, after so many situations where you done got misled and you weren't supposed to be in a relationship, now you don't ended up in a relationship. So with that happening over and over, and you coincidentally being in a toxic, messed up relationship, I can safely say in the last like 3 or 4 years, maybe 1 or 2 shots, I usually come out like straight out, like, okay, what we gonna be? Are we just intimate partners? Are we just talking, out to eat friends, movie friends, or are we dating?
Okay.
And typically I don't like to date right off top, you know, like get no title or nothing to nothing right off top, you know.
Well, see, I understand that because I know personally, I had to tell, you know, ladies up front, like, you know, what my intentions are, because, and then I have to repeat them often because at times people will decide that they gonna do, or they gonna
Blurred lines.
they gonna change
And people
your
do that on
mind.
purpose,
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. That's not true. I can speak for myself. I have been in a situation where a guy has told me up front, I'm not ready to commit, not ready for a relationship, blah, blah, blah. But his actions have completely said otherwise. I.e., you trying to make plans.
Right.
Not just like, oh, well, do you want to go out? Like, we going, this the date, this the time.
Okay.
We going out. What you doing? You went on a date. With who? Like, you don't want a relationship. You don't want to commit. You're not ready for that. But your actions are saying, come over anytime. Your actions is saying, you know, I don't want you seeing anybody else.
So let me ask you this.
Because that could be confusing.
So because he didn't want to commit, and I'm probably sure a lot of women thinking this exactly this stuff, does that mean you don't be exclusive?
If we have a conversation about that, but don't expect exclusivity. Don't expect it, because you're telling me you're not ready for a relationship.
But that don't have nothing to do with exclusivity though.
I mean, but if we have a conversation that that's what we're doing, that's one thing. If we don't have a conversation and you leave that door open,
Just fair game.
then it's fair game. Why can't I go out to the movies, to dinner, to the club, bar, whatever with this guy? Why can't I spend time with this other person? Because you've made it clear you don't want to commit to me.
If I tell a female that I'm not interested in a relationship, I'm not going to expect her
To not see anybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
You wait your
Yeah.
turn.
Right.
Because on the flip side
Wait
of
your
that,
turn.
I told her that because on the flip
You
side
want
of
to have
that,
your reservations.
yeah, I planned on doing whatever I wanted to do anyway.
Right.
And generally, the reason why I tell any female that is because I'm probably in a situation where I don't want to be, tied down or anything like that. And here recently, here until recently, like I met somebody recently that I really liked, and I do want to experience something different and see if it'll work out.
Right.
But before that, I didn't want to be involved with anybody because I was focused on being creative, doing stuff with the podcast, writing, doing stuff like that, and then being a father. Because I really feel like when you're a parent, man, it's hard to just bring people in and out your child's life.
Yeah.
And my son is at that age now where he understands some stuff.
Right.
So you can't just bring random people in and out.
Yeah.
He gonna have questions.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, who that?
Yeah.
Right. But you also don't. But he
Yeah.
also, for one, should not be exposed to any and everybody.
Yeah.
For two, you don't have to expose him to anybody until you're ready to expose him. Because I feel the same way. I'm not a parent yet, but I feel the same way when it comes to my mom.
Yeah, right.
No, you can't. I'm not bringing everybody. Now, if anything, my sisters will know, like my sister will know about somebody. One of my homegirls will know about somebody. But not like my mom.
When you say that, though, I don't know about your, I can only imagine the way your mom was growing up when we was in Wingate. If your mom is anything like my mom, she knows it. She in your business.
All the time.
All the time.
Not like
she used to be.
No, I mean I'm now 37. First of all, there's certain things. My mom is my mother first. Period. Point blank. There are certain lines we will never cross. There are certain things I cannot tell my mother, at least not now, and I won't out of respect for the fact that she's my mom.
Right.
So that's part of the reason why I don't bring people around, because it might be Joe this week and it might be Bill next week, but not that anything is going on. But I meet people and I interact with people.
Right.
And I don't want her to get attached to Joe. Joe make me mad. Joe not serious. And then Bill is over here like, I'm trying to get to know you, but you know.
Mama on Joe.
Right. She's like, well, I thought Joe was so nice. Well, what was wrong with him? So no, I don't want to, and after being engaged and everybody being intertwined with families and stuff, that was a hurtful situation because it wasn't just our relationship that broke up. The families, there was, not as much, there was almost very little interaction other than my brother and him.
Right.
Everybody else was just like, I still like them. Like, if y'all get back together, we gonna be happy. But if not,
got that wedge already between you.
Right.
So I guess we can go back to saying, how do you know when you in love, or when they think they in love and you not, or when you think you in love but you don't think they in love?
Well, you can. Well, I'll say this based on.
I feel like there's some signs.
Yeah, I was gonna say based on my situation where. Because I've been in both. I've been on both sides of the coin.
Right.
I've been in love and he wasn't.
Jeez.
And
How you know though?
how did I know he?
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't in love because I didn't get the time or attention that I asked for.
I can tell you that up front.
I didn't get the time or attention I asked for. I made myself
Available.
available.
Yeah.
If a guy is into you, I know speaking from a guy's point of view.
Right.
If I'm into you,
You make that time, yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
He's gonna
yeah,
create the time.
Right.
yeah,
Like,
Because I know a lot of people, and I'm glad you guys brought that up, because a lot of people be like you brought up fatherhood.
yeah,
And you just mentioned somebody that you're interested in, that you're willing to go ahead and kind of like create that space and time for.
yeah.
A lot of people will use that as like a crutch. To
well,
say,
you know I can't be
I don't
bringing
have
everybody
time
around my
or
kids,
working
right?
schedule and stuff like that. And so, considering that you like, all right, let's say for your situation, for example, you like this new lady, you real sensitive about who's coming around your son because he's at that sensitivity age in life, right? So, I guess you're making time for her, but at what point do you decide, okay, I'm gonna move to that next level because it's no longer like a likeness? I think I'm like in love with her.
Well, when I feel comfortable to the point, cause she's got kids too.
Okay.
She's got a daughter that's about the same age as my son,
Okay.
and then she's got a little boy that's younger. So it's a mutual thing where both of us have to feel
Right. Yeah,
comfortable.
both got kids. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So how do you know when you
Right.
in love?
Right.
That was the
So
question.
Thank you.
The question wasn't when you
Right,
introduced
right,
the
you-
kids, because the
He
kids
trying
might
to slip
not.
me out. Yeah.
Right,
That's all right.
Minus the kids.
I got you.
right.
All
Because
right,
that could
so-
be pre-kids or
Right,
that
or
could be after
kids.
the
Right. You
kids.
talking about that?
You know,
When you
All right.
think you in love.
or do you know?
For
Right.
me, it's when I feel like that person has become more than somebody that I just want to be friends
For the
with.
course of what?
Yeah. More than just a regular friend with.
He cheated. Yeah, he scammed it.
I mean,
It's
okay.
like, and when I say just a regular friend with, I mean like just more than somebody like, oh, on the weekend, hey, what's up? What you doing? Somebody I'd rather, like, hey,
People I like hanging out with, I ain't in love with.
no.
Right.
But I genuinely be like, no, I wonder what such and
You
such
didn't let me
doing.
finish my thought.
Because you was taking all day.
Yeah, but let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't filter
I'm
that.
sorry.
Don't filter that thing.
Yeah.
Right, like,
Listen, let me finish my
spill
thought.
it.
So, as opposed to just like regular hanging out, like on the weekends, like going to the movies and stuff like that, I feel like at that point, that's somebody that on the weekends I want to do breakfast in bed with, you know what I'm saying, lazy Saturdays with, you know what I'm saying,
That's when
stuff
you in
like
love.
that.
That's
Yeah.
what you love. So, could you not want to like? I guess for me, certain stages are like courting. That's
Yeah.
the word, right?
Yeah,
Courting.
yeah, you're right.
So I guess like at a certain stage, like she said, you want to hang out with somebody. That's like the beginning stage. You want to hang out with them all the time. That
You
don't
might
mean
wake
you're
up
in love.
with them.
Right, you might wake up with them. I guess for me, that don't necessarily mean you in love.
Right.
Like,
It don't, because
Yeah.
I can speak from a prime example. That's how my son got here. We ain't never had no love involved.
wow. That's different. That sounds like a one night stand that still stood up. Like, that's that one night. That sounds
I've
like.
never heard anybody say
That
that.
sound
They
like a
still
one-
stood up.
And I
Whoa.
said that because I intentionally had a one night stand and she had a kid, and this was probably in Jacksonville, Florida, probably like 8 or 9 years ago. And it was agreed upon, boundary set up front. This is a one night stand. We went to a hotel and everything. And it stood up for like 5 years. And I ended up kind of like helping her co-parent. But I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, so you said.
Yeah, because how do you go? Good jeez.
Yeah, right.
Wait, how do you go from a one night stand to 5
And
years?
that's why we having this podcast. Because
I mean, but you were in love.
in that situation, definitely.
Yes. She
Definitely.
was in love.
And I think with that situation, yes.
Okay.
How I knew that, and that's taught me moving forward with, relationships after that is because, like he said, the level of sacrifice that she was willing to make. Like the time was never nothing. when I first got with her, we sat down and set the boundaries. Like, hey, this is a one night stand. I met her in the grocery store. I was a supervisor at Winn-Dixie in Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, funny
Good
shit.
whole Winn-Dixie.
Hey, I was a supervisor at the Winn-Dixie in Jacksonville, Florida.
You were her supervisor?
Never forget this. I wasn't fraternizing. Don't do that.
Yes, it
Because they ain't had changed me over on payroll yet. So I was like, you acting like a
funny.
Hey, look here.
That right there is how you
like a supervisor.
fly under the radar. That is how you bypass.
Hey, look.
They ain't had changed me over on payroll yet.
Hey,
So
when I worked at Best Buy, I got in a whole lot of trouble too. Don't worry about it.
hey, so that wasn't fraternizing. They ain't got me on payroll like that. So we was almost lateral. You know, I was just the lead. So nonetheless, I met at the supermarket. I was a supervisor, and she had never really actually lived in a life successfully, like their relationship, right? So she had a few intimate encounters with women. Okay, she had a little kid. Of course, I didn't know she had a kid, so she had sent one of the little baggers, because I was like the little, you know, you go to the service desk, get your money orders and stuff like baby and stuff. She had a little friend guy that was a bagger. Had used him as a middle decoy. So he set us up, and for a while I didn't know who he was talking about, who had liked me. So when she finally came out with it, because she had, it wasn't her girlfriend, but she had a situationship, okay? That she already knew she wasn't in love. They knew they wasn't in love because, like what you said, the girl was beating on her and stuff, like when making time. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy typical CDV shit that you don't hear in homosexuality, you know? The reason why some people dodge that shit. So, right? I was like, damn, you defeat the whole purpose of being gay. That was a bad joke. But so
you said it, I didn't.
Right. I can say it. You know, I'm LGBT, so I could say it's my right to be able to say that. But none of that.
She said ain't no questions with that one, okay?
Everybody be leaving the queue out.
Right.
Because ain't no questions.
Where's the queue?
Ain't no questions for your.
Okay.
You not be asking me what the queue is.
So I was like, what's the cue? Because I always leave it out. The craziest thing though, y'all, like, I thought it was so funny that, who came out with that song Going Up on a Tuesday? Because it was way before that song came out.
Yeah.
And ironically, the Winn-Dixie used to pay us on Tuesdays. And back then I was in college, man. I was like, this bitch ain't finna get my bill money, so when we go to the hotel, it's gonna have to be on a payday. So I told the dude, he just so happened to be a fag, excuse me for using the F word, you know, don't be sensitive about that, but he was a male gay guy. Hey, we behaved last time.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, he was a male gay guy, excuse me, I didn't mean to use a faggot term interchangeably. But he was our decoy, you know, and so she had somebody, he dropped off to the hotel, and that's how that one night stood for a long time. We had a good night, of course. She was supposed to go home. He was supposed to come back and pick her up. And she was supposed to go home. He called her cell phone, called my cell phone. It's probably like 3, 4 a.m. And I never forget, this was the last championship. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. This is so ironic that this came up. It was the last championship that Kobe Bryant won against, I want to say, the Celtics. So this had to be, who did Kobe Bryant play in the championship in 2008 or 9? 2009. Anyway, it was the last championship the Lakers won.
Orlando, maybe.
No, it wasn't Orlando. I can tell you this. The original Four Loko formula was out.
Oh, God.
Before they took it out the shelf.
Wormwood? Oh, God.
Because the liquor store had closed. And I had never did a one-night stand before. So, of course, she was nervous. But for me, I was like, I'm hoping she's nervous. Because if she's not nervous, then she a hoe. She do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, she better be nervous. But think about it, though. If she wasn't nervous, this is literally a hardcore one-night stand. She ain't never seen me outside the job. So we got a hotel room. I was at the hotel for like $52. It was at King's Inn, Arlington Expressway in Jacksonville, Florida. And he dropped off. We did our thing. And before we did it, though, she was nervous. The liquor store was closed. It was late. And we went to the gas station. And that's how I know, remember, the Four Loko formula was out. And this how I knew. I should have known this bitch was crazy from then. I didn't go in the store. I seen her in the store, gave her some cash, and that's what she came back out with, Four Loko. I'm like, I'm not drinking.
Wait a minute.
The original formula before they took it off the shelf.
Whoa. Wait a minute, pause. You should have knew she was crazy. I'm low-key offended.
You was on that? Oh, you was on that? You was on that original Four Loko formula?
What? Why do you have to be crazy?
Man, they took it off the shelf for a reason, man. Like,
That
They still
wormwood.
have Four Loko.
but they
Yeah,
redid
but
the
they took
formula.
it
You
because
didn't know
it
that?
had wormwood in it.
Okay,
Wormwood was a hallucinogen. It was
Right.
making people go crazy.
I've never.
Oh, she went crazy.
I would be asleep somewhere.
Man, she drunk it. I ain't drank it. Hey, she drunk it, and I tried to be sweet because I felt awkward. I didn't know how to do a one night stand, so I had to went to the little Ross, and you know they sell the little lingerie, lingerie 2-piece sets for like $8.99, $5.99.
First of
I
all,
snatched one of
that's
them.
a little plug right there. If you do find yourself in
$8.99,
love,
$9.99 Ross.
Ross,
You can get the lingerie
Gabe's,
set.
Rugged.
Gabe's, that deal. So I had done pulled the
I'm just
plug.
saying.
I had done went to Ross. Because I was like, damn. She was bad now. She was bad from Miami. Okay, so I'm like, how you make a girl feel comfortable with a one night stand? You know what I'm saying? So I ain't know what to do. So I went and spent a little $8 at the Ross. And went to the Wendy's where we work.
I ain't never done none of this.
Hey, bottle fly. And I guess that's why we talk about how you know when you in love or not. Because see,
Oh my
This
god.
is
You
one
know,
night stand.
that's right.
To me, I wasn't in love though. I was no even near it. It's just I was nervous and I was like, I really want this shit to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, that's why y'all winning.
So you was in
$9
in light though.
$9 in the hotel room though.
Hey,
The
look.
lingerie was about $9. I got a
I'm
little
not
rose.
from the front.
I got a little rose
I
for
usually
like
don't
$3.
tell nothing, but I know ain't nobody ever
No,
for the first
for
time.
the $9.
For the first time.
The lingerie though.
Hey,
Hey, you winning with that one.
I went in with that one.
You got that one.
You
but see
won.
that was
Look,
that's
you
what, that's what,
won.
I guess that's
Yeah.
why we having this discussion. Because for me, I was like, okay, let me make sure she ain't nervous. Okay, but check this out.
Hey, look.
You know what they say? You can take. Look,
Lingerie.
they say you can take the girl out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the girl.
Oh no.
She got on that damn Four Loko, y'all. She went to the bathroom and was like, which one of them girls left their shit in here?
It was her stuff.
It was.
It was the stuff I had bought. I had to call myself laying it out in the bathroom, so because I knew she was like the busy bitch on that Four Loko. She was like, whose shit is in the bathroom? And I'm like, oh, she ain't used to stuff like this. I should have just kept it G. So back to the topic, like, I should have not have. Should not.
I mean, that's probably how y'all ended up.
Oh, right.
That's how the one night
I should
stood
not
up.
spend that $9.
I mean, you got
Hey,
5
look,
years out of it.
You plan. Hey, look. You planned for it to be a one night stand.
Right.
You should have kept it a one night stand.
But I guess you wanted it to be, a good memory.
Hey, it was cool. I mean, actually, it wasn't nothing intended. Like I said, that's why I said back then. That's when we.
It
that
wasn't intended.
That was before I did a lot
of.
of boundary setting. You get what I'm saying?
But
so
what- I
from
mean-
1 night stand to 2 nights to 2 weeks. And goddamn, step dead end.
Hey, look, check this out.
Nice.
Do the step dead end.
Hey, look. I can tell you a situation where I was messing with this chick at work, and first off, like we was messing around for like several months.
Wow.
And eventually she got comfortable enough to tell me her husband was coming
Oh
home
wow.
from Iraq.
Yeah. Using love.
No. But this nigga a certified killer.
Killer. Right. You couldn't tell me that.
like, nah, it's one thing, like,
You gotta ask questions.
Right, you gotta.
Talk about setting boundaries. You got to ask questions
Right,
before
right,
you even
right,
get to the
right.
boundaries.
she ain't got no
Are you
rings.
It was on
No,
the
none of
dresser.
It
that.
was in the
It was in the
nightstand.
nightstand. It was on the dresser.
Man.
She had a jewelry box. Yeah, like
Then she want me to come over and meet the dude.
And who you was gonna be?
okay, well,
The cool guy from work.
Work. Yeah.
So I went over.
Oh my God.
You know it had to be like the part
Yeah.
of the story.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it
went over.
was bad.
Why y'all judging me?
It was bad. It was bad.
Wow, man, that's the awkward
yeah,
moment.
no, I.
Oh, it was super awkward.
So he thought she was in love.
Man, I don't
Wow.
I felt weird.
So like, what you do? You think you in love, or you think they in love and you not?
Well, I just went through. I won't say he was in love. I think he was falling, and the situation is. No, I didn't. Actually, what? So I knew this dude since 7th grade. We met in 7th grade. He was my little boyfriend back then. No, I wasn't supposed to be having no boyfriend, but I did. That lasted about a week. Fast forward, must have been like college. Must have been like college. I seen him again. We went on a date. I don't remember what happened. I forgot we went on a date. He had to remind me.
Wow.
I'm getting old. So I forgot. He was like, yeah, we went out there one time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something different because what I've been trying hasn't been working for me in the relationship arena. So I was like, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna give him a chance. So he seems cool, but my mama always told me you gotta shut up sometime and you gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I like to talk. So I was paying attention, to some of the stuff he was saying.
Right.
And he was saying, I'm reading the text messages, and I think at this stage in the game, we've all been through some things in relationships. Maybe they weren't perfect. You've seen some things. It might not have been you, it might have been them, but certain things he would say, he would ask questions like, would it be a problem like if me and my boys, wanted to take a all guys trip? Peace? Like, what? Well, first of all, we're not together. And I had to keep reiterating that. We're not together. He would do stuff like, oh, I'm sorry, I ain't text you. I ain't call you. I know you're at work.
Right.
You supposed to be working.
But that could have been what he used to too.
Right.
Like
but you used to having to check in.
Yeah,
right. We're not together.
Right.
we
cool. Right. You ain't gotta check in with me.
You ain't got to check in with me. It's nice to hear from you.
Right.
But you don't have to check in with me. I'm not that tight. Even if we were together. All this checking in, I'm changing clothes, I'm about to leave work. Oh, I made it home. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did.
So you don't like that? Because some women feel like if you ain't checking in, or at least...
say, hey, boo, I was thinking about you.
Right.
Okay. I don't need to know that you changed out your uniform, you getting ready to go home, you ate, you went to the gym, you took a nap, you got up, you watched 2.5 Men. Like, I don't need a play-by-play.
Right.
Is what I don't need. Because I feel like I'm not going to give you a play-by-play.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So there was things that was kind of like, something ain't right. But again, we've all been through things. He has several children. I'm like, okay. I could, maybe deal with that depending on the situation. Then you start making little comments like, oh, I would be jealous of this. I'd be jealous of that. What you jealous of? We not together.
But
we not
can
together.
Can people not have reserved feelings and not be with you?
Yeah, you can.
You get what I'm saying?
You can, cause we were cool, but I was like, I had to keep reiterating. We friends, we cool. Let's take it one day at a time. Let's see where it goes. Cause I was already kind of like, he's not my norm.
Right. He
not my norm. He's not unattractive. He's just less attractive than what I'm used to. What? I'm be honest. I'm shallow. I'm sorry.
I'm shallow.
I am.
Right,
it is what it is. But I'm honest about it. So I'm like, okay, but it's stuff, and I keep feeling him like, oh yeah, but
no.
You know what? I think I need to do my own thing. I got some stuff I need to take care of, some stuff I need to work out.
Some issues you need to work out.
Right. And Like,
So you saying he was considerably falling in love because he was happy?
I feel like if we had gotten intimate, he would have been in love.
That would.
He would have, without a doubt, been in love. But I think he was, because he was like, oh, I think God, keep bringing us back together for a reason. Don't put God in this. Don't blame God.
Don't blame God.
Don't blame God.
You never know.
I mean, you never know, but
Interesting use of words.
right, like don't blame God. Like
blame God.
But I feel like this. You just don't know, and it's possible. Maybe God did bring us back together for me to see, for me to see that.
Nah, Chief.
I'm way too shallow to even try to come off of what my norm is. And I just gotta be patient. I don't know. And to pay attention to what people say.
Right.
Cause he said something one day and I was like, okay, you scare me. Like, people was ending up in rivers and ditches and bushes. And he was like, nah, like, chill, bro. Chill. Like, it's okay.
But yeah, so how I guess when you in love, like what for you?
I don't know.
Because man, El said he know when he wanted to spend lazy Saturdays.
Nah, okay, so
for me, I know when I have that unlimited regard for you, almost where I will probably sacrifice almost my own livelihood up against making sure you good or we equally good. At that point, when I have that much regard for somebody, I can safely say I'm in love with them.
okay.
So for like tangible things like wine, flowers, for me that don't cut it. Cause to me that's like normal old school like courting, you know what I'm saying?
Or some people just do it.
Yeah. So
Because there are some people who, because money and materialistic things mean nothing to them,
right.
they do just buy gifts.
Yeah,
they do
and
just
that's
spend
me.
money.
Right.
They do.
Right. And like
But
you said, to the
other
other people who don't get it, it's like, wow.
But to somebody like me who's not used to somebody
doing that.
showing them, and that's why I think, especially now, they have a new way of, I say new way, it's probably not as new. I've heard about it maybe 6 years ago. The 5 love languages.
Okay, yeah. Right.
So when you take the test, if you don't see yourself in the results, you probably was lying.
Right.
So
I can honestly say that. You probably was lying. I've taken it. I know my sister's taking it. She was like, that is right. I was like, I knew what your answer was going to be before.
But so generally, when you in love, y'all should kind of like have the same language, like love language, like subsequently.
No.
No?
Nah, you operate in different love languages.
Yeah, no. Because like,
but you
mine
still have
is
to find
time.
that medium though. Because if I don't have this, if my way of loving a person is tangible gifts, and that person's way of feeling love or wants to be loved is more of intimate touching and feeling affectionate, then we have a hit and miss there. You know what I'm saying?
No. Not necessarily. So the difference is, in my opinion, this is the difference. Mine is equal for touch and time.
You can be fluent in multiple.
Right.
I have two.
Personally, I when I took the test, I was like fluent in multiple joints. So
do you know what they were?
5 love language tests.
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top of my head. It was like 3 of them though.
Mine is 2. Mine is time and touch.
Okay.
So just being close to the person. It's not necessarily, we're being intimate.
Right.
We're
Time
just
and touch was 2.
Affectionate.
And there was a 3rd one.
Yeah,
I have 2.
For me, it would definitely be time. Definitely, I'm not so big on like the intimate touching thing. That won't really necessarily break me.
Well, see, when you look at the touch one is just being in close proximity to the person. So we could be in the house.
Put that with time.
We could be in the house, and you back there in the room, and I'm in
still
here,
in close proximity.
and we're in close proximity.
Right.
Like, okay.
So what was it? What was the 5 love languages? Touch.
I don't remember.
Time,
I know gifts,
time,
words
gifts,
of affirmation,
words of
and I can't remember the other one. But there's like 5 of them.
Okay.
And so, what it's basically saying is how you receive love.
Right.
So just because you show love one way
Don't
doesn't
mean you receive
necessarily
it the same way.
Right.
Same avenue.
Now,
right.
me personally, I do. I receive it.
You show it how you want it to be
Right.
given. Of course.
And they tell the experts say that you could teach a person how to love you.
Of course, I believe that.
Music
By
soul child.
molding them.
Music soul child, or showing them, because you're two totally different beings. So I might have to help you understand that.
Right.
Okay, now see, yours is time,
Right.
mine is time. So it would be like, okay, we both understand that time is very important to us. But to somebody who's not as big on time, they might be like, oh, well, you know, if I throw money at her,
but you got to give me this right.
or if I throw money at her, if I buy gifts, bring her flowers, she's straight. Because that's how he thinks, or that's maybe his history.
Right.
Throw money at her, throw gifts at her,
Right.
or, you know, tell her she pretty. Oh, you changed your hair?
Affirmation, right.
Yeah. Oh, you changed your hair?
Right.
Yeah, you look good.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And that's not
It was
necessarily
words of
enough.
affirmation.
Was that true?
No, I said that. Oh, your third one was words of affirmation? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation, yeah.
Yeah.
For you to receive or give, that's your way of giving or receiving. Giving.
Oh, that's your way of giving.
So like, did
I
you take
don't
the test
know
for,
the
like,
word.
receptive? Like, what way
I
did you
thought the
receive
test
it?
was just receiving. That's what I thought the test was.
For giving.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess mine
I
would
guess
be
I
the
have to
same.
yeah, I would have to take it. But if I had to speculate mine, I know I'm big on time. Like you say, we don't necessarily have to. I'm not big on affection and touching and feeling. Now, you know.
You gonna touch me.
Now, I need my grown people time. That's not what I'm saying. But some
Right, but
people,
no.
they like just naturally touch and feel,
Right.
just like sitting around.
Yeah.
So I don't have to have that. But time, like you say, I want to be in your close proximity, you know,
Right.
several times a week. Like I wouldn't be good at a long distance relationship or a relationship
Right.
where I'm committed to a military personnel. Like that wouldn't work for me. So
Right.
my hats off to everybody who do that. That wouldn't work for me. Because like you said, time is a big one for me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could go without words of affirmation, considering that I come from such a hard like background and upbringing where you know they embed confidence in you, self-love, self-esteem, and
I think that's what makes me good at what we do professionally.
of course, yes.
Yeah.
You have to have that certain level of self-affirmation and confirmation of yourself, self-confidence. But so I could go without the words of affirmation. Receiving wise, man, you know, if you hit me every now and then, oh man, you look good, oh you know, I see you, you know, or
Right.
something like
Yeah.
that.
But I mean, who doesn't
Yeah.
want to hear that?
Yeah,
You know,
but like I
sometimes.
said, it's not overbearing for
Right.
me, not in that capacity.
I didn't think about it until like I took that test, but then afterwards I thought about it. Like, man, I be giving people compliments all the time.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, and that could be your character, and it could, like she said, be like for me, I find myself doing a lot of things that I want to receive back. So kind of like natural humanity rule, treat others like you want to be treated. So and I kind of take that over into my love life and love language and relationship too. It don't always work, which is why you have failed relationship. But I think if a person really love you, that go back to being in love and loving you, they'll pay attention to your language. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And adapt.
I guess if I was doing it for someone that I wanted that from, but just like random people, I like to see
of course.
other people.
Right, happy and like and feeling themselves. Kind of like
Right.
one and the same with that.
Yeah.
But I guess like on a relationship level, like I said, I don't really have to have the words of affirmation. I could time I definitely need.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a
It
materialistic
depends.
person.
If I'm in lingerie,
Well,
you
that's
better
different.
tell me
Different.
how good it looks.
Teddy, come on, lay down. You ready to lay down?
Did you do something to your hair?
Right.
Did you get that? Something different about
Did
you.
you do something to your
Right.
hair?
Because I'm going to be like, see,
See, I ain't dressed enough, no.
right.
But that
Right.
go back to love
man.
language and being in love and whether you're in love or not, right? So like she mentioned, like if she in lingerie, you better say she in love, or you better say she look good. But I guess my thing is, for me, when you're in love with a person, that's like ongoing. It's like just natural instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
It should
Or to
be,
catch
but
yourself like
so-
flirting with them or something like that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Now
Stuff
that,
like that.
right.
I feel like, you know, that should be like ongoing, always present.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But I think it also depends on just the type of person you are. And I'll say this as a tip. I'm gonna say it as a tip. I'm gonna say it as a tip.
Tip.
If you dating in a relationship, trying to get in a relationship, when somebody says something to you and it makes you feel good, like, and you pay attention to that, like, women in general, of course we're all different, but women in general like to hear certain things. It's not always, oh babe, you got a big old butt.
Right.
It makes you feel good. Like, oh babe, that looks nice.
Right.
It's a way to say certain things. So it's when you pick up on stuff, we tend to love even harder.
Right.
When you show or when you say certain things, it's just like,
pay attention to detail. Right.
Right. I wanna, even if I'm not wearing lingerie, I wanna do that thing you like.
But do you gotta remember to pay attention to detail though? I think that's what the topic we keep getting away from.
No, that's
in love or not in love. Like,
no, I don't think you gotta be in love because
that might help you get there.
Right.
Paying attention.
Right.
I notice little quirks about this person, and I like how he does X, Y, Z.
Right.
So
I think those are the things that get you where you want to be at.
Right.
Especially if you find somebody that you're interested in, because those are the things, like paying attention will help you get to where you want to be with that person.
Right.
Because those are the things that'll catch your Because those are the things that'll catch your attention. Like, oh, okay, I like the way that she does this.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, I like the way I like her style.
Right.
I like I like the way that she dresses. I like the way that she does this. I like
in the car. It's certain things.
Type things.
Like it's definitely so. I found that I've fallen for some of the simplest. I've fallen in love with people for the simplest reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ain't gonna cut you off, but a big example was, you remember the first time that I hung out with the person I was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the fragrance that she had on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I made sure to buy that for her for Christmas.
Because you liked it, right?
Yeah.
And you want to let her know you liked it?
Yes.
I did.
But she liked it.
Yeah.
She liked it.
But what he said is the attention to detail. He never said he noted the sin in his mind, locked it in. When he bought it, popped up with it. So he got a couple brownies for that. You paid attention, you remembered.
Right.
And, you was, alert enough to go out and get it. So,
Right. Like for me.
But you're not in love.
Not yet. We working on it. I say we. Look, I say. But like for me,
that's been her project.
That's good. Help you fall in love. That's good.
Somebody got
it.
It ain't me. So But I mean, I've fallen in love with somebody who took the time to. They took time out of their day.
Yeah.
It wasn't what they spent. It was the fact that they thought enough to say. He went to Walmart, was clueless. When I say clueless, dude was clueless. Went in Walmart, had the girl in Walmart help him. She about this tall, she about this thick. Like if I hug her, she about this. Like he went and bought like tank tops, underwear, house shoes. He was like, well, I just want you to feel comfortable when you come over here.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's cool. Yeah.
How thoughtful is that for somebody to say, oh, you ain't got to bring that. No, I'm going to have stuff at the house. When you get here, you just... And to me, that said more than anything.
Right.
Because I was like, you actually care if I'm comfortable. Usually, I just want to wear your big t-shirt.
That's it. What extra t-shirt that you got around?
But the fact that he said, okay, she might want to wear something different. And I was like, oh, because I don't want to wear your house shoes.
Right. So
they're going to be flopping all over the place. But
do you think he was in love?
Yeah.
Because he bought some house shoes?
We got engaged shortly after that. So it was very quick.
But what I mean, you said it was very quick.
It was very quick. So I actually felt like, I won't say I felt like he was in love when he did that.
Right.
But I could see it becoming that.
Okay.
I could see him falling, and he did that, and I was in love at that point. I fell in love just because I'm like, you in there lost. They probably looking at him like, this big dummy. He don't know what he doing. But he could have just been like, here's a t-shirt.
T-shirt, right?
Like everybody else does. Here's a t-shirt, here goes some boxes.
Okay.
Or a $9 lunch.
And let me say this other thing, because somebody did this, and this is another tip when it comes to, you know, I'm trying to help y'all be in love.
Right, be in love.
Or at least make that,
or at least feel like,
right, or at least make that one night stand and stand up for a little bit longer. I went and was hanging out with this guy. I had on like business clothes. So we were gonna watch a movie, and he was like, "You want to get comfortable?" I was like, "Yeah." He went and got me a t-shirt. T-shirt had every hole possible in it. He went and got me basketball shorts. The basketball shorts, you know how
sexy, the net ones.
let me. You know how basketball shorts have the liners in it?
The liner was gone.
Oh,
the liner was hanging down the back.
Oh Lord.
So they were so big, the liner was ripped from the back part and was hanging down. The socks he gave me, I'm looking like,
So
okay, this got a pink toe. He wasn't supposed to. This was our first time hanging out.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't supposed to. I'm glad he did. The socks, I think his mom had left them socks, or who knows, maybe his baby mama left them. They had a big hole in the toe. I was like, to me, that was all negative points towards him. Because if somebody come hang out with you and you want them to feel comfortable,
that's not.
You gonna give them the raggedy stuff.
Hey, look, I ain't never look. Never,
because the only worst thing you could have did. Hold on, because you cut me off the last time. Hold on. The only other worst thing he could have done was pull the clothes out the dirty basket. That's the only worst thing. I'm like, everything was toe up, had a hole in it. I'm like,
why are those still in his house?
all of this.
Hey,
that's
gonna come over who needs to get comfortable, man.
Why are those still in his house?
Those are all.
Hey, man, wait a minute. So you saying the man ain't love you because the shirt had holes? Because I'm sure my
he wasn't
friend girl
supposed to love me.
and picked up a shirt with a few holes in it, man. I ain't give it to him.
Right. Okay, that's the difference. She picked it up herself and just was like, I'm going to just throw this on. He went to his room, closet, dresser, and pulled this stuff out and brought it to me. He offered, and then that's what he brought me.
So I guess,
now, to me, that's just like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, so when you love somebody, that go back to like the consideration and the regard.
First
You would double check that shirt, like, oh, this got too many damn holes in it.
Hey, first off, look, certain stuff just ain't gonna be in my
Just
house.
have some regard, yeah.
Was you cutting grass? He lived in an apartment, so he wasn't cutting grass. He wasn't working on his car because he ain't had no car. So what could you possibly be using that stuff for?
I don't care.
Why aren't you still holding on to that?
I don't care if I cut grass or what I do. Ain't nothing gonna look like that.
I'm just saying. Because that would have been at least halfway decent excuse. And I'm like...
When you said the whole line that was going out the shorts,
the whole line that was hanging. It was still physically there. It was just detached.
Right. He had them.
And no pillowcases on the pillows. I was like...
Speaking of pillowcases, I had a thing with bonnets, so I just bought some satin pillowcases. I cannot stand the bonnets. I can't stand the bonnets, man. I cannot stand the bonnets.
I mean, in the house though? Not at Walmart, not going out.
I think that's what traumatized me with it. The seeing them in public, period. I don't want to see them at all. Like, don't wear me in here at all. Yeah, so that was a separate argument and a separate conversation. The bonnets. But yeah, when it comes to this a love thing, he didn't love you because he gave you the shirt with the holes in it.
He wasn't supposed to, it was new. I'm just saying, you pay attention to certain things.
Right.
And
you pay attention to regard when people have regard for you.
If you want somebody to fall in love with you, you don't give them the most holiest stuff that you got.
That's just courtesy.
That's what you don't do, right?
That's
what
you don't do.
To a friend, yeah. Even to your regular home friend, that came over, home girl.
Why do you have that in your closet?
Why do you still
I can't say that because I'm sure I got something back that was some holes in it.
some some hoes, again, the whole line that was taken out
I
the
ain't
story.
seen it forever, but
I don't know. I just
so he ended up you, but he wasn't supposed to. But like,
yeah, nah. That was a whole situation. Because I wasn't going to fall in love. Is what I wasn't going to do.
because of shorts.
It was a whole lot of stuff that was wrong with that situation. That was just the tip of the
But
iceberg.
that go back to what you were saying, like, people tell you who they are, like, from beginning to end.
Listen.
I'm a firm believer, like, some people, they try to commit or court for, like I say, 2, 3, 4 years. I know a friend messing with the same girl off and on 2 or 3 years. And it's like, for what? If y'all not seeing yourself elevating or going to the next stage together, you get what I'm saying? And
Because we suckers.
if y'all don't have the same level of regard for each other, like y'all saying, you don't have the same level of regard, it ain't even really about being in love. It's like, the real question is there any love there, period?
Right.
people
True.
get comfortable.
Well, you know, sometimes I'll say this, being a sucker for love and a hopeless romantic.
Right.
Sometimes you hope that
You hope, yeah.
you hope that the situation will change. You hope that they like you
Right.
more than they do.
You grow on each other.
You hope that they learn to love you, or you hope that they see something in you to get to that point to where it changes from
So that's a
courting
good
or
question,
dating
though.
to commitment.
That brings to the next question. Can a person learn to love you?
Hmm?
I had a conversation with somebody recently, and the conversation, she was talking about somebody that she's interested in, and that person keeps on telling her that they want to be with her and everything like that, but his actions are
Nah, they're the opposite.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and what I told her is this right here. Sometimes we fall in love with the idea of being with a person.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I think sometimes we have to understand that we can't always get that idea
Misconstrued with reality.
misconstrued with
Right.
what's really going on.
Right.
And yes, someone can eventually, like you said,
Learn to
Learn
love
to
you.
love
That's
you.
why I asked that question.
but if at the beginning,
You right.
if at the beginning
You don't have that.
you don't have like any type of
Chemistry.
chemistry or communication,
Right.
it's kind of hard for you to get where you need to be at for them to learn something, because to learn you gotta have communication.
I guess why I asked that question, because y'all brought up they have to learn to love you, and I guess what I'm really trying to get at is, for me and for my experience and just my perception, 0 to 90 days, you know what you have in a person, whether you see it or paying attention or not. That's up to you, but that's just in my opinion. In those 0 to 90 days, if you care about a person and you paying enough attention to detail and you giving that time element, that's enough space and time, in my opinion, 90 days, to get at least a concrete overall idea of what you have in a person character-wise. And I feel like that's a safe depiction of what you will be dating. Now, do I further watch a person past 90 days? Do I further kind of weigh in and out what I'm taking in versus what I'm sacrificing, what I'm getting in a person character-wise versus what I'm giving? Will I be refueled here?
Let me ask you a
revitalized
question.
or drained here?
When you say that 0 to 90, like, how often are you interacting with these people?
And that definitely goes into play also.
Yeah.
So, for example, like a situation I have right now, it's 45-minute distance between me and her, so it is kind of, for me, that's long distance.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm used to being able, with a time element in terms of my love language, I'm used to being able to have my person that I'm intimate with accessible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not clingy. I'm okay with not seeing you a day or two go by, But eventually 2-3 times a week, I do want to have access to you, touch you, feel you, see you, you know, lazy Saturday, just lay up with you, kiss or whatever. So to answer your question, how much time you interact in the 90 days, I would say safely 3-4 times a week. Easily a couple hours each time, if not spending the night, you know.
Yeah.
For me, ideally, I would say spend the night or intimately. You don't have to be sex, but definitely a couple times a week that you're interacting with these people, if not every day. So 90 days to me suffice. If you're talking about a long distance relationship or military union where you only seeing this person once or twice a quarter, then of course not.
Yeah.
But for me, that's not a relationship, and that's not something I personally would commit to if I know up front I'm not gonna be able to see you but 3 times this quarter.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm already gonna be lacking that element of my love language, which is time.
Right. I've had it both ways. Where in 90 days, I knew for a fact I was done.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bothered. Yeah. And then I've also known in 90 days, yeah, I could see, I want to see where this could go.
Right.
But I've also needed more time than 90 days.
Now, I'm not saying 90 days you fall in love.
No. I'm not saying that either.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm saying 90 days, anything can happen, and based on certain, based on circumstances, it could go either way. It
could change.
60 days, I could be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. 93, I'm like,
a person can't.
This psycho. Look, this psycho.
But in 0 to 90 days, like I said, absent a traumatic event or drastic change in that person's life. Absent that.
Could make it, yeah.
Absent a traumatic event or traumatic change in them. Absent that. They have normal life from 0 to 90 days. They meet you as day 0 or day 1. And from day 1 to day 90, nothing changes about their life or their situation traumatically or drastically other than the everyday life. Okay? That's what we're saying. In 0 to 90 days, minus absence of traumatic, life-changing event, whether it be family, career-wise, financially, emotionally, grieving or whatever. Like I said, that's just my opinion. I feel like a person with enough accessibility and interaction, you know what you have in 90.
Yeah, you know what you have.
You know what you have in 3 months. You know what you have. Now it might not be what you want.
Yeah.
But you know what you have.
But you know
now
what
you
you
might
got.
be trying to tell yourself it's something different, and you could try to see something. I'm gonna change my eyes. Yeah. I'm gonna try to manipulate to tell myself I'm not seeing what I'm seeing, or I'm gonna tell myself what I'm seeing is not what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And in that essence, then you need more time because you don't want it to be what it really is.
Right.
Yeah.
But absent trauma, traumatic events, life-changing events, I feel like in 90 days.
Well, I guess none of my stuff been normal for 90 days. Nobody's been normal for 90 days.
Unless you got people who intentionally shelter themselves from being known. Like for my situation I'm dealing with right now, I think that's something that she's dealing with. I think she's intentionally guarding herself. And I don't think it has a necessarily set time frame with it. But I think with each person, like you say, it's different. They let down each guard, each wall at different stages. And for that matter, that speaks to what I'm saying. I can get where you say, I need more than 90 days. Because some people are just guarded intentionally.
So I know we're running a little long, but because you have to get to a point where you fall in love.
Right.
Or not.
Right.
So I was talking to a friend. They was like, well, some people not gonna date you, not gonna spend money, take you out,
invest in you until they're in love. Right.
Y'all have committed, until y'all have said we're in a relationship.
To me, that's backwards. Right.
And I'm not.
That's backwards. But that is the new way today. That is right. Guys and women, straight, gay, they do not invest until you already have a commitment. And to me, I'm with you, that's backwards. And that's why
how would I even know if I want to commit to you?
And that's why I want to discuss the topic.
Because I might find out you're stingy. I might find out you might never invest in me. or you not investing in the way that I think
Need, yeah.
or want. So
Or need, yeah.
what? Like, you telling me we not gonna go and I'm so simple and not picky.
Right.
It's
right.
a matter
so
of
easy.
time,
Right.
the effort.
And
So you
say
telling me
it's
we
still-
not going to Applebee's because I'm not your
go with
girlfriend?
you and Applebee's, right? Something. But a lot of guys and women
I
feel
understand
like
you.
that.
I understand you not taking me to Chima's.
A lot of guys.
I understand you not taking me to Roof Chris.
But we
We
can't
not
go
going to Applebee's.
Right,
We not going
right.
to the movies because
Right, because we're not together.
I'm not committed to you.
Right.
This is so to me. I'm baffled by that.
So you don't have to be in love to go to the movies and Applebee's.
No.
I would hope not.
It's just it's a certain level of minimal chivalry to me. A minimal, like you say, investing in the person to get to where you want to be at. And so,
I mean, we could go Dutch for all that. I mean,
man, I've always been under the firm policy of if you ask a female to go somewhere with you,
you should already be prepared to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ask.
You invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pay.
Yeah.
That's just
unless
how it goes.
unless otherwise
Stated.
agreed
Right,
upon beforehand.
Beforehand.
Don't wait till I get here,
Right.
and then the check come out and you like, oh, that's
Well, a
separate.
lot of guys too think that's double standard. So because like
I've
he
asked
always
men
pay
out.
and he always invite. If he always pay and he always invite, right?
But he always inviting, so he always paying.
At some point, she should be like,
No.
Oh no! I'm not saying
yeah, no, I got you.
because I'm that chick.
Yeah.
I am that.
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing? This
Yeah,
Go
because
grab
at
something to eat.
some point,
that's
and I
me.
guess that's when you can decide too. Is it love? Is it not love? Is it regard? Is it not regard?
Right.
Is it equal? Because if he's always inviting and he's always paying attention
He
to
the only
detail,
one putting in effort.
and he's the only one putting in effort, not because he got all the money, but because that could be his character. Because I'm that person. I'm that person where I'm going to invite and try to plan as much as possible. Now I'm horrible at making plans, and that's why I invite so much. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because so a lot with me is spontaneous because I'm horrible at planning. But you'll get a lot of invites. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not good at planning. So you get a lot of invites year round, or we'll step out a lot of times year round, just because I know I have to compensate for the times I didn't plan, or where I was working or couldn't get off and this wasn't a paid holiday. And so for that matter, you make yourself like the planner in you guys' situation. So it's kind of like an unspoken thing. Eric's always planning everything because he's good at it. I can't expect Eric to pay all the time,
right.
because he's playing it all the time.
You shouldn't.
Right.
But a
yeah.
lot of women have made it bad for women like
Yes.
me. And I'm like, okay, we can go Dutch. I'm okay with that. Cause 9 times out of 10, I'm not going anywhere unless it's somebody I've already gained that rapport with.
You ain't going
If I don't
anywhere,
have
you
it,
can't take care of yourself, right?
if I don't have it, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going. If I can't pay for me alone, now you on the other hand might be different.
Right.
But
If I can't,
I
pay
need
for
to be
myself,
able
I'm
to
self-sufficient.
whatever I order, I can pay for it. That's just me. So I'm trying to get to the In Love. I'm still waiting on Jay Ellis to hit my inbox. Sir, I'm still waiting. It's open.
Please hit her DM.
Please. And,
Inbox DM, Miss Tigger One on Instagram.
I ain't want to offend. Who is it? Bow Wow. I'm waiting on Angela myself.
Angela,
Say, man, what? You know what your guy is saying? I got a crush on Angela Simmons. Tight now.
is he with Bow? Is she with Bow Wow?
No, I thought so. Isn't Angela Simmons with Bow Wow?
Man, don't
Yeah, I
get
think
me
it was
wrong.
some
I don't
rumors
think
around
so.
that. I had to double check. I hope not. But I think it was some rumors that Angela Simmons was messing around.
Angela,
with Bow
girl,
Wow.
let me know because I follow you
Angela,
on
let me
IG.
know, and yeah, me too. So.
I follow you on IG.
But hey, in love or not in love, y'all already know y'all should have not gave us mics. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about it.
Yeah.
Well, y'all at
Man,
with
y'all
it,
know
you
what it is.
Follow us, subscribe, like, share,
YouTube, Instagram,
Hit that
Facebook.
subscribe button.
leave
More topics
comments,
coming. Yeah, definitely.
Instagram.
topic ideas.
We shoulda never gave y'all mics. That's our Instagram joint. I'm Jay Blackbeard on Instagram.
Miss Tigger 1.
Rockstar Vegas, Instagram.
Jay Ayers on Facebook.
Tamisha Span on Facebook.
Rockstar Vegas on Facebook.
And on YouTube, we shoulda never gave y'all mics.
So y'all already know. Subscribe, like, comment, send your suggestions.
Share.
Sharing is caring. So
Yes.
we get more topics coming. Better platform.
Yes.
Keep y'all locked in.
Send us topics, man. If there's something you want to hear us talk about, you got ideas, let us know. And the cool thing is, look, if you got an idea, you want to hear us talk about it, let us know. I will try to find a way to get you on here to talk about it with us.
Yeah.
Please let me know. You can be on YouTube with us.
Right. So
Until the next time.
until the next time,
We out.
we out.
Peace.